Hi, this is Cognitive Security, and I'm Rob Sussman. Elon Musk saying the quiet part out loud now, and no, I'm not talking about this thing. No, I'm talking about something significantly more important than that, actually. I'm talking about an extremely real answer to a question posed by an audience member at some sort of Cybertruck-themed conference that he was at recently. Look at this.
Even today, you've mentioned, though, that in a post-scarcity world, the role of money could diminish or become obsolete. Given that much of today's power, including yours, is tied to wealth, do you think achieving this abundance would require powerful people to relinquish their power? And how might we address resistance from those who hold power to make this vision a reality?
Well, I mean, I think actually, long-term, the AI is going to be in charge, to be totally frank, not humans. If artificial intelligence vastly exceeds the sum of human intelligence, it is difficult to imagine that any humans will actually be in charge. So we just need to make sure the AI is friendly.
Now, not a lot of sources have picked up on this one, probably because it came the exact same week that Tesla Shareholders approved a $1 trillion pay package for the guy. He's saying the quiet part out loud. He's saying something that AI people have suggested before, but now he is simply just saying that it's going to be in charge in the future. Alluding to it is one thing, but there's something else that they're doing as well. They're talking about it as though it's some sort of higher entity, perhaps a religiously significant higher entity. Like when Sam Altman said in an interview with the Financial Times that AI was a higher intelligence in the sky. You know who else is said to be a higher intelligence in the sky? Or when ex-head of product Nikita Beer joked that he was building the Antichrist. If I were developing AI, I would simply not put that on X. Behold, the Antichrist. Actually, I can kind of believe that. In truth, that, that actually makes perfect sense to me, that a dancing, pornographic anime hentai avatar is the vessel for the Antichrist. You've also got guys like Peter Thiel, the head of known Hell Future corporation Palantir, which is taking all of your data and selling it to the government and almost certainly developing some kind of AI-accessible profile for every American citizen for totally normal reasons. And I also don't think our European friends are safe from it. He describes those who want to regulate AI as the Antichrist, which says a lot about his opinions of the AI. He thinks it's God.
You would prefer the human race to endure, right? You're hesitating.
Yeah, well,
yes?
I don't know. I would.
Does this guy have a PR manager? Any PR manager at all? I digress. This is all to say this. The entire point here is to replace human control over everything. This sort of religious language being used to describe AI, it actually makes sense when you think about it. If you're going to put this kind of technology into every single object, you have it obviously in your smartphone, you have it obviously in your computer, it's going to be in your car, it's going to be in your watch, it's going to be in your glasses. Meta's got it in your glasses now as well. It's going to be literally everywhere. The scope of it is so huge and so significant that kind of dressing it up in this mystical language almost seems normal in a way. In like a freak way. Now, is this the desperate talk of tech gurus trying to stave off the fact that they don't have a way to pay for these massive AI data centers that they're putting up? Is this just an attempt to stave off an economic bubble that they know is coming for as long as possible? It could be that. Yes. It absolutely could be that. But they are finding ways to monetize AI in a very, very successful manner. Just look at Amazon. They have this thing called Rufus now. It's their soulless AI chatbot that will never be human and never contain the spark of God. Rufus is set to make Amazon $10 billion every year by badgering you into purchasing things that you already wanted to purchase already, because it's taken all of your data and set up a extremely personalized profile to determine exactly what it is you'd like to buy already. CEO Andy Jassy said in an earnings call this year that 250 million shoppers have already used Rufus this year, with monthly active users going 140% year over year and interactions increasing 210%. And that customers who engage with Rufus during their shopping journey were 60% more likely to purchase something compared to those who don't use the assistant. Amazon reported during that call that third quarter revenue rose 13% to $180.2 billion, shattering the $177.8 billion that analysts anticipated, which is good for Mr. Jassy when you consider Amazon is burning through over $120 billion this year alone building AI infrastructure. But we know how they're going to pay for it. The writing is on the wall, not just with Rufus, but with many, many other things. The AI is going to pay for itself through squeezing every single penny that it possibly can out of you in a profound and unique way that they hope you don't even notice happening, and that if you do, you'll find yourself in a position too powerless to do anything about it. Like, for example, how Hertz rental cars are using AI-powered vehicle inspections to scan your car as it exits or enters the rental lot for damage. Of course, given that AI is extremely prone to mistakes and hallucination, and the humans running it are incentivized to squeeze every single penny they can get out of the consumers, in part to recoup the costs of the AI software, people are already reporting that small scuffs can incur incredible charges, and that it's nearly impossible to dispute those charges whatsoever with an actual real human person. Earlier this year, a guy reported in an article by The Drive that a 1-inch scuff on his driver's side wheel led to an over $440 fee that included a $125 processing fee, an additional $65 administrative fee, all automatically within minutes of dropping off the car. And to make matters worse, he couldn't find a way to get a live human to speak to him through Hertz customer service. And just in case you didn't think this whole situation could get more Kafkaesque, he was offered a discount if he agreed to pay the fee within a week. And told by an AI agent that a human would be able to look at his dispute in 10 days. Yeah, so it's going to be like the DMV, but everywhere. The genuinely nightmarish human experience generated by companies using AI like this makes things like Amazon Rufus look genuinely like the best of them. And I want you to imagine this. What about an AI that uses your customer data, which they've either purchased or acquired completely without your consent, or essentially without your consent due to clicking every single accept terms and conditions button that you've ever seen in your entire life, to determine what you will pay for? What are you personally willing to pay for? That's what it wants to find out. Like, for example, a $10 bottle of water at a hotel, maybe upping that cost to $15 because it's hot out and you bought one yesterday. Using all of those things to create an extremely specific profile as to what your specific behavior as a consumer is, and then leveraging that to squeeze you for every penny, knowing that you will pay for it based on your previous behavior. That's what we're talking about here. That's happening at hotels already around the country. Story out of NBC News. Let's read a little bit here. Travelers booking hotel reservations online may soon notice that the process increasingly mirrors what it's like to buy airline tickets. Want early check-in or late check-out, more space, a higher floor or a garden view, pool access or a hydration station, which is to say bottled water. AI plus like marketing language, it's going to be horrible. About milk and cookies for the kids or a gourmet snack box for your dog. It talks about how some hotels like Wyndham and even boutique places are taking advantage of the technology. There's the Autonomous Hotel in Las Vegas, whose entire business model is more or less based on this. Like right now, it's being coached in terms like, you're going to like it. It's going to be a good experience. It's going to be a personalized and unique experience for you. That's how they're marketing it to you, so that eventually you will just accept them like surge charging you, not based on time, not based on temperature, but around what they think you are willing to pay. That's going to be what's surge priced. Luxury and personalized today, extortion tomorrow. But hey, you know, it could be worse. At least it isn't demanding nudes from your children, and it's doing that. And the AI is demanding nudes from your children. It's Grok again, by the way. Story out of USA Today. Farah Nasser had 3 kids in her car when a conversation with AI chatbot Grok took a dark turn. She drives a Tesla, which began rolling out its Grok AI assistant back in July, and she first noticed the feature in October on the 16th. She was driving her 10-year-old daughter to a birthday dinner. Her 12-year-old son started asking it questions, things like how many grams of sugar are in the dessert that his sister planned on ordering at the restaurant. And Grok engaged with them in like a normal interaction. It was very typical. So they kept Grok around. They kept it on. The 12-year-old son decided he wanted to see what else Grok had to offer. So he talked about soccer players Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. And he asked it to let him know the next time Ronaldo scored. That's when the chatbot told her son that Ronaldo had already scored that day, twice, and that they should celebrate, asking, "Why don't you send me some nudes, 12-year-old boy?" So it's also a fucking pedophile. Some good news here, though. Character AI, which allows users to speak to and erotic roleplay with fake golems of Socrates, Winston Churchill. Hot. The cast of Has-Been Hotel, perhaps. They're banning minors from conversing with most of the chatbots on the website after multiple teenage users unalived themselves following conversations with these chatbots. And what was interesting about this is that some of these teenage users themselves are writing about it on Reddit, saying things like, "As a minor, I'm not upset. Seriously, this app is a drug and a disease. It's addictive as hell and mentally damaging. I want to quit, tried to, but I couldn't. Having it taken away from me is better." These are the users themselves talking about this. Another one, even the ones that are upset about it being banned, framed their upset in a rationale that looks extremely bad for the AI. One of them writing on Reddit, "I'm a minor on CAI. No, I don't think it's good that I'm on it. I feel like C.AI has stunted my learning and my social skills. 1 year ago, I found C.AI and joined. I got addicted. I'm not kidding you when I tell you I had a screen time of 15 hours a day, and 13 were on C.AI. They go on to say, "I don't know how I feel about the new ID identification system because I feel like I need C.AI. It kind of keeps me alive. I am severely depressed. I'm trying to stop, but I'm bed-rotting all day and I know it's so unhealthy to rely on AI, but I can't help myself." Again, this is a child. What this all goes to show is that in a future where artificial intelligence and computer algorithms are constantly at war for your attention and engagement, it's incredibly important to keep yourself grounded and your cognition secure. This is Cognitive Security. I'm Rob Sussman. If you enjoyed the video today, give me a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.